Hey, what's up? What's good? We have something exciting today, which is another webcomic chapter. After an absence of what, like 2 years, we have two chapters within 2 weeks? Fantastic. Let's dive right in. In the last one, we had Genos and Saitama fighting the gigantic robot invasion orchestrated by Metal Knight. Genos going almost insane with rage after Metal Knight kills his dear creator, savior, father figure. But still calm and rational enough to understand that he ought to share this duty with Saitama. So Saitama is handling the situation in the Giga City where everyone lives, which was supposed to be protected by Metal Knight's various security features and robots and stuff, but now, of course, is doing the exact opposite. Meanwhile, Genos is flying off at Mach speed to Metal Knight's lair. Of course, this is like one thing that's happening, but it's happening in a much greater context of like the Neo Heroes versus the Hero Association, all the shady shit that the Neo Heroes are doing, developing monsters and stuff, monsterifying heroes. I guess that's about it. I was trying to think if there's any other kind of concurrent plot lines. There's like kind of stuff that's been, you know, developed and then left at this sort of unresolved state that could come back, like Pretty Boy Sweet Mask could make an appearance in his monster form. The Psychic Sisters could get involved somehow. There's still some unresolved business there. There's still, you know, the prophecy that will end the world of the god-level threat could somehow become relevant in this arc. But I'd say those are our two kind of main channels right now. Shoutouts, as always, to Vibhav for doing his part in this. Shoutouts to him in particular because he's a fan of the channel. Also, big shoutouts to Grey Words and Baragaki, but I don't know them personally, so they got secondary shoutouts. Alright, let's check this out. So here... What's this dude's name? Lightning somebody. Lightning Kickman. He's like A rank. He's been around a lot. Lightning Max? He was in the tournament and the remake. Involved in various Monster Association arc stuff. Doing pretty good. Oh no, just kidding. These things are actually really tough. There was like a million of them, and Genos was destroying like 80 per panel, so I thought they were kind of wimps, but it took this A-rank hero's potentially strongest attack and does not seem to care. A ton of them didn't even get dented. These little bit are going to get hurt. This thing suddenly fell from the sky out of nowhere. For now, it seems like there's just the one. I like this panel a lot. Just these kind of like thinking lines. This feeling of like being lost in your own thoughts, really trying to sort through what you ought to do. Oh, this is gonna be so sad. He thinks this is just a one of one thing. This is just one robot that fell from the sky, and then he's about to realize that people are fleeing en masse from an army of these. Yup. And once again, a real strong focus on the devastation here, to an extent that I don't think we've really seen before in the webcomic or even the remake. There's often scenes where people are at risk. The threat is like imminent to like a crowd of innocent people. But usually the heroic moment is that, you know, the meteor is blown up or Sea King is defeated or whatever. And people aren't usually just getting slaughtered and lying there bloody, and buildings might get blown up, but usually there's some sort of understanding that people have evacuated at that stage. So it's like interesting that there seems to be like a real strong emphasis on the human being suffering here. I think this is twofold. One, to get us to really hate Metal Knight. You know, obviously we have some sympathy for Genos' backstory. We want to see his tale of revenge play out. But Often Genos' backstory is kind of played for jokes, like the incredibly famous one in chapter like 1 or 2, where Saitama just ignores him when he explains it. And he goes, summarize it all in 5 seconds or less. So it's like we kind of need to like reinvigorate our hate for this so that when Genos really squares off against him, it can feel all the more cathartic and satisfying. The other thing, too, is I still think there's going to be a plot in which Metal Knight tries to get out of this. And he tries to frame Genos or something. Genos and Drive Knight took over my robot army. They hacked into me. And their proof is that they're fighting me right now. I'm the innocent one. And maybe when he executed this kill all people command, he did so in a way that made it look like it's been hacked. That it's not a command coming from him, but from some shady outside source. And I think, you know, if you're going to have a plotline like that, where everybody turns on Genos and Drive Knight, probably, and it's like really tragic and painful, and how do they get the truth out? How do they expose Metal Knight? The more suffering you can put on that plate, the more horrific it looks like the actions of Genos were, the more effective that plotline is going to be. So I think that's the purpose of this. There's so many. What the hell am I supposed to fight? Are you fucking kidding me? Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, he got wrecked. This is like a known character. I don't remember his name, but he's been around. He's shown up like 5 or 6 times in different arcs. And he might just die. He's definitely done being... Well, you know what? Maybe he's not done being a hero. They got all sorts of technology in this world. You can get artificial limbs for sure, but... Pretty devastating. Whoa! Mugen Rider! Licenseless Rider! Dude, what is this armor he's wearing? He just tanked it. He's been upgraded. Is he with the Neo Heroes? I think he's with the Neo Heroes. This must be Neo Hero gear. So, as I expected, this plot line is going to weave its way in all sorts of ways. Starting with the appearance of the fan favorite, strongest C-rank hero, Mugen Rider. Moomin Rider. I kept saying Mugen. Mugen is like infinite. Infinite Rider. Moomen is licenseless. Neo Moomin. Yeah, he's with the Neo Heroes. His suit is strong, but not infinitely strong. And he still has to protect Max. Max, who, as far as I know, is still with the Hero Organization. So it's kind of like, even though the bigwigs were orchestrating this battle, there's a sense of rivalry between them. Here in the low ranks, when it comes to just the heroes themselves, they're still allies. Pro Heroes of the Hero Association, you don't have the equipment to handle this. Fall back. In these circumstances, the Hero Association will only get in the way. Ooh, okay. So, part of me wants to think, oh, is this part of Metal Knight's plan as well? That he plans on discrediting the Hero Organization and promoting the Neo Heroes by unleashing this threat that is perfectly countered by the Neo Heroes gear. Honestly, though, I feel like he doesn't care. He just doesn't care about any of this stuff. These things barely are on his radar of his own scheming. Maybe? I don't know. Let's find out. Here are the Neo Heroes. Great, great drawing from one. So expressive. Feeling so influenced by, like, DBZ and stuff too, with just the designs. Look at these guys' heads. Look at these expressions. It's so raw. If anyone can do it, Neo can. Let's go. Okay, so they seem to be doing pretty well. So I don't know, maybe... Like, what's that endgame? He was already in charge of the Heroes Association. Metal Knight, de facto. He had so much influence and free reign, and was relied upon so heavily. So he thinks, oh, I gotta switch horses. I gotta back the winning horse here. Now I'm gonna get in with the Neo Heroes. But wait, like all of this also hinges on the plan being that he somehow makes himself not responsible for this attack. Which... I don't know. I don't know. What is his scheme? Does it even matter? Look at how sweet this fight scene is. I gotta say, one's paneling, in terms of like panel layouts on the page, are just getting more and more delightful, more and more exciting. I love this like battle montage, this like layup shot, this one big action shot, and then 5 little highlight shots. It's just really good. I really am giving full sincere accommodation to one for this. Ooh, it's the Tank Top Master. Let's go. So yeah, it's not like some weird magical thing where only the Neo heroes can hurt them. We already saw that Genos was tearing them up effortlessly. And here another S rank annihilates a ton of them. This medical grade tank top. He's so cool. The Tank Top squad is here too. I don't know who all is in the roster anymore. I remember guys like Tank Top Tiger, Tank Top Black Hole. Just kind of sick, nasty names. That huge crowd, isn't people running away? Ooh, this is a good shot. That's eerie. Love this shot of their expressions and stuff too. If I'd been wearing a tank top with tough fabric, I'd be in trouble. Alright, good stuff. I'm liking these chapters so far. I think one of the great strengths of one, like the payoff of the world he's built up, is that we have so many characters whom we understand their power, their strength, like relatively, what they're good at, what they're bad at, what their personality is like. And then in moments like this, in times of crisis, we can just kind of bounce around and like see how everybody's doing and take little glimpses at all these fights. And it's, I don't know, it just like is a very satisfying payoff to all that world building. So I hope we see even more. Tank Top Master not doing great, but maybe somebody comes in and saves him. I love this, like, the really jagged, thick lines. This is a sick panel. Like, there's some stuff that's, like, characteristic of one. Just in terms of, like, the shading and, like, the brushstrokes and stuff. But this is really good. Like, just the dynamicism of the explosion and, like, all the different lines and layers to it. Like, this is someone who has studied how to draw an explosion. Same with this one. It's so good. The smoke, like, blowing back and stuff, and then, like, the direct... You can follow, like, the line of impact of each shot. Let's go, one. Firing stopped. Did reinforcements show up? No one's gonna worry about somebody at this level. Metal Knight. Uh-oh. No. Just kidding. Tatsumaki. Maybe, maybe. Couldn't be Darkshine, right? Oh, it's the Neo heroes. I see, I see. Spear wielding group they had was called the Hunters will take over the battle from here. Oh, it's Axel. This class hero buying some time. A Neo leader has finally made it. It's very clear now. The people's understanding of the hierarchy of power. I like how Axel suggests something car, vehicle, whatever. But instead it's just like a dude with axes. I feel like that's like a fun little fake out. And then place your time to argue. At least do the one thing you can do. Throw away that cheap pride of yours. You're off the team. Jeez, brutal. But he's pretty fast. I really like how this is drawn. This is so sick. The after image, but also like the flaming streaks in between. It's just like launched at him. Just wave dashes over. This is really good too. The spinning effects. Oh, he's on like roller skates. Oh, I see, I see. That's how he does this wave dash type maneuver. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Slice to pieces. Very good. Dude, one is putting so much into these chapters. This is so sick. This is so... Look at this. This is so sick. Oh my god. This is so sick. It's so raw. God, I just love this like really scribbly style. And just like the harsh contrast of like the thin lines and the thick lines, you know? It conveys such a sense of energy, such a sense of weight of the attack. Pretty cool. Just an orgy of robot violence. This is awesome. This is like... At this point, it feels like one has been inspired by Murata. Wait, shit, what's the guy's name? Am I an idiot? Why can't I think of... Murata. It is Murata. Yusuke Murata. It feels like he has been inspired by Murata just as much as Murata has been inspired by him. Like, just the cinematography of these panels, you know? Paying so much attention to the choreography and, like, highlighting these moments. Highlighting the movement to such a degree. Primitive times when men hunted said they were able to take down massive prey using axes and spears. In order to survive, mankind needs a brand new hunting power. From here on out, the number of hunters in the world will increase thanks to Neo's technological offerings. Ooh, so they're envisioning a future where all of humanity is equipped with this. I love that this girl has still the really droopy, like, Gowdy socks where they're all, like, bunchy and stuff. How come the dog doesn't get... Look at how cute this dog is, by the way. The businessman in shorts for some reason. This nice old lady. She's not wearing clothes over top of hers. She's kind of, like, naked by the society standards. But whatever. This is very interesting. So this is, like, a real ideological bend. That the Hero Association was all around, like, we have these gifts, we have these powers, we're, like, superhuman, we're super strong, whatever. We have, like, a duty to use these powers to protect those that are weaker than us. And kind of just, like, variations and debate on that theme. Like, what is our duty exactly, and, you know, what do we owe the common person or whatever. And this is, like, a total ideological shift from that. Realization of a secure world is steadily coming into sight, and nobody is going to get in our way. Okay, very cool. I like basically that this rivalry, this battle between the organizations is playing out in the shadow of this raid by Metal Knight, such that nobody even has time to think, where the hell did these robots come from? Excited to see what more will happen. It could be any time now. I don't think there's going to be a regular release schedule. There's never really been in the past, but it seems like we're going to get good frequency at least, which is exciting. Okay, see you hopefully soon with more. Bye-bye.